Hi.
Hello.
The effects of sleep deprivation can alter your life in an instant. That is why it is so important for you to get an adequate amount of sleep each and every night. I have spent the past week researching many scientists' ideas and seeing what they have to say about the importance of sleep. Today I'm going to talk to you about why we need sleep, how to get an adequate amount of sleep, and the benefits from it. But first we're going to talk about why exactly we need sleep. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute in 2012 released an article about sleep deprivation. In this article, they exclaimed the different effects that lack of sleep has on your health, both psychologically and physiologically. Psychologically, your ability to make decisions, solve problems, and control your emotions will all be impaired. Furthermore, the less sleep you receive, the more likely you are to become depressed, and this can always lead to suicide. Physiologically, sleep deprivation can cause an increased amount of heart and kidney disease, as well as increased blood pressure. Also, you can have increased probabilities of obesity, hindered growth and development, and impaired immune systems. Luckily, we can avoid all these problems simply by getting an adequate amount of sleep each and every night. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services in this past February released an article showing how you can get an adequate amount of sleep. They said that at each stage of life you require a different amount of sleep for maximum physical and mental functioning. If you are a school-aged child, you require 10 hours of sleep. If you are a teenager, you require only 9 hours of sleep. However, adults require between 7 and 8 hours of sleep every night. I know many of us are saying, there's no way I can possibly get that amount of sleep with the amount of work I have to do for school or work. However, this same article outlined many ways that we can get an adequate amount of sleep. Some of the recommendations were not to eat or work out 2 hours prior to sleeping, to limit the number of caffeinated beverages as well as the number of naps you take, and most importantly, to stay away from nicotine at all costs. On top of all this, it is very important to create a really relaxing and calming sleeping environment, and to also have a nightly routine. That way, before you go to bed every night, you're not preoccupied with the thoughts of that day or the stress of tomorrow, but instead of the welcoming and warming thought of going to sleep that night. If you follow all of these recommendations, you'll be on your way to an adequate number of sleep every night, as well as receiving the benefits from it. These benefits are outlined in 2 articles, one of which was published by News and Health, which is written by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services again, and was published in 2013. Another article was published by the National Sleep Foundation, also published in 2013. Both of these articles outline the many benefits that an adequate amount of sleep has on your health, both psychologically and physiologically. Psychologically, you will have improved alertness as well as improved abilities to learn and improved ability for problem solving. You will also benefit by decreased levels of stress and increased levels of alertness throughout the day. Physiologically, you will have extreme number of benefits, one of which is increased heart health. This is because when you sleep, your heart undergoes vessel repair in your blood vessels. Another great benefit of the amount of sleep on your body is your hormone balancing, because when you sleep, your hormones undergo balancing. One of these hormones is a hormone which makes you feel hungry, which means the more you sleep, the less hungry you will feel, which I think we can all agree is a wonderful thing. And lastly, getting an adequate amount of sleep will really boost your immune system, which is awesome because no one likes being sick. If you followed everything that I've said and you see all the details, there's no way you can deny that it is extremely important for your health, both psychologically and physiologically, to get a good adequate number of sleep. This brings us to, many people say that I can't get that amount of sleep, I've got so much going on, I have to put the importance of sleep on the back burner. But really, you need to treat yourself. Today we have learned that there's a reason to get an adequate amount of sleep, how to get that sleep, and the benefits of it. So it's time to treat yourself and treat your mind and your body and get an adequate number of sleep each and every night. Thank you. Say bye, audience.
Bye.
Hi.